Hey, Ricari, I decided that I should respond to you on a video of yours that I don't disagree with, so that it doesn't look like every time I respond to you, I want to fight you. So I just watched your video. It's 1,000 pages long because I wanted to know what you were reading, and you're reading Don Quixote, which I've never read. And I don't know that I will. But that got me thinking about like classics that have been around forever. So I'm going to throw something out there. But first, I want to respond to the last like 15 seconds of the video when your teacher said that Don Quixote is like someone who plays a lot of video games and can't distinguish between reality and, I don't know, video game world. And that made you mad. That would make me mad too. I think I would raise my hand and be like, what's to say that a person who reads 1,000 books won't be able to distinguish between reality and fiction? Like, what in the world makes video games? I watch too much TV, so I can't distinguish between reality. That doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't. Okay. So anyway, I'm mad at your teacher too. But anyhow, here's a book that is. It's not a book. It is thousands of years old. It has been adapted into so many different things. It is The Odyssey by Homer. And if you don't know, Homer is the name given to someone that we don't know. We have no idea who Homer was. It could have been someone that we actually know from history, or it could have been a slave. Like, no one knows who Homer is. It's just a name given to whoever it is who orated this tale. It's not even certain that the Homer that we're crediting this to, whoever that random person is, came up with the Odyssey, because it was an oral tradition and it was handed down and told, and who knows how it got to where we have it now. But as long as I'm holding this, I'm going to talk about this version. This is written by Stanley Lombardo. He has also adapted, does it say on here? I have them over on my bookshelf, the Iliad and the Aeneid. These are, if you've ever read like No Fear Shakespeare, this is like that, but even better. Like, No Fear Shakespeare often waters it down a little too far, to the point that I'm like, come on, man. Like, you could have thrown a couple more $5 words in there and at least made it sound more like Shakespeare. This does a really good job of, I think, keeping the feeling of the original, which is, of course, written in Latin, to making a very nice English version that is still like, it's not easy to read, but it's not difficult to read. You can understand it, but you have to think about it just a little bit. Just enough that you actually have to engage. You can't just, it's not Harry Potter. You're not just going to shoot through it and Slytherin and Malfoy. And that brings me to my other point. This is a thousands-year-old book. It's been, how many millions of people have read this, whether by choice or by force? In the, oh shoot, I should have looked up the date before I got here. 30s. In the 1930s, someone decided to revitalize this tale, and not simply by translating it, by adapting it. This is a book that, this is my Don Quixote. I can't finish this book. This is Ulysses. This is a adaptation of the Odyssey. It is basically the same thing, but it takes place in Ireland, and he just takes everything and adapts it to new situations. And the thing that's hard about it is, oh, I opened to a perfect page. Look at this page. That is a block of text. There are no breaks. That's part of a paragraph. This one page is part of a paragraph. And then the other thing is, like, dialogue is really weird. Someone back me up on this. It's like, let me find one. I can't even find one. Okay, here. This is dialogue right here. I'll read it out loud after I show it to you. What the hell are you driving at? Yeah, I know. Shut up. Blast you. I have reasons. Are you condemned to do this? Like, it doesn't say he said, she said, they said. He said, taking a deep breath. She said, looking out the window pensively. Like, it's really weird dialogue. It's just kind of, it feels almost like stream of consciousness. So anyway, I've started to read this book, I don't know, 3 times. I was really excited when I bought it at a used bookstore in San Francisco. I was like, this is going to be the book I bought in San Francisco. And then I read it, and it was awesome. And that was 6 years ago. No, it wasn't quite that long ago. It was 4 years ago. Still a long time for me to continue to say that I'm going to read this book. Which reminds me, I'm going to read The Dark Tower 7 sometime. Not today. Click!